All right, we are here with Dave Gilbert from Watch Eye Games,
Hi.
and we're here to talk about his new project, Unavowed. Give me the elevator pitch of the game. Let's start with that.
Okay, I've been trying to whittle the description down to a sentence. So it is a point-and-click adventure game with an urban fantasy where you deal with monsters in New York City. So it's the longer elevator pitch would be it's kind of got the story structure of a BioWare game, Dragon Age Origins the setting of Vampire Bloodlines or Dresden Files, and gameplay of a point-and-click like Gabriel Knight or Monkey Island.
Okay.
So there's a lot in there.
Now, I saw in the description of your game that I think you said this is the first game you made where you could actually choose your gender.
Yes.
Now, what I find interesting about that is, would you say that that affects the personality of the character? Are they different characters?
Not really. I mean, you can. I used Dragon Age Origins as an example because I loved how that in that game you could choose an origin story and you actually play your origin story before you start the game, before the main plot kicks off, and I really liked that. And I thought, well, maybe I can do that, and so I did. I'm like, wow, maybe it would be really cool if we could do male and female. Would that be crazy? Let's try it. And so we did. What kind of led to that decision was that I decided not to voice the main player character. That way I can have male or female, different origins, because I don't have to worry about voicing everything twice. So it doesn't change the player character's personality because I've deliberately kept the player character kind of a blank slate because it's kind of role-playing inspired. I want you to project yourself on this character, you choose the origin, you choose how you respond to things. So it's very much a blank slate, and I double down on that in the game. So no, male or female doesn't change a thing, except people call you she instead of he, or vice versa.
So people don't react to you differently either based on...
Not really. I mean, stupid things. If you have, it's also BioWare inspired because you can choose companion characters to go out with you. And if you play a female and the two companions are also female, people will say hi gals or whatever, but it's nothing hard hitting.
And what was your main inspiration for the story of this game?
I would say a lot of urban fantasies like Dresden Files, Hellblazer, Vampire Bloodlines. I love all those things. I always wanted one of those licenses. Obviously, I could never get them, so I thought I'll just make one. And it's something that had been in my head for a very, very long time, but I knew it would. There was a lot involved in making it. It would just be a really big project, but I finally reached a point where I think I've got the experience and the clout and the resources to pull it off. And I've been working on it for about a year and a half now, and here we are.
And how big is your team for this project?
Not big. Big as it always was. Me, a full-time artist, composer, and that's it. Just three of us now, yeah.
And how long have you been in development?
About a year and a half. So I knock on wood, it'll be out early next year, early 2018. Knock on wood, we'll see.
Would you say that that's the typical turnover time for this kind of project? Because it seems like years ago it would take forever to make, a game of this caliber. Do you think that things are getting faster?
I don't know. I mean, I typically take about a year to release a game. Sometimes I get interrupted by other things. Like when I released Blackwell Epiphany, I was interrupted by my daughter being born. That slowed things down a little bit. But usually it takes a little over a year. So this is the longest I've ever worked on a game, consistently, not stopping to work on anything else, full time. Usually it takes about a year. This has been about a year and a half, slightly longer actually. So it's been a long road so far. Still quite a ways to go, but I'm still not sick of it. So that's a good sign.
Is there any particular reason you chose New York City, or just because it's convenient that you're here?
I live here, and they write what you know, and I love New York. I've lived here for, I lived in the city for 18 years. I grew up on Long Island. I've been a New Yorker most of my life, so It's something I'm very familiar with. It's something that I can engage the audience with because it's something I have a love for. So I can kind of engage the audience that way. Because if I don't care about it, I'm not going to make you care. So that's why I like keeping things in New York.
I think I saw in one of your screenshots what seemed to be the Astor Place cube.
Yep. I lived right there for a while. Before my daughter was born, my wife and I lived in Astor Place.
Wow.
So all those places. No coincidence that any real world location you find in one of our games is a place I've been to a lot or was a 5-minute walk from where I used to live or something like that.
Without any spoilers, of course, would you like to go more into the lore of this?
Well, sure. I mean, the gist of it is like the story kicks off where your character was possessed by a demon for a year, and you're being freed of that demon. Yeah, and while you were possessed, you apparently did a lot of horrible things involving magic and monsters and all sorts of horrible things. And the main goal of the game is to go around the city to find out the things that you did and to try to stop them and reverse them and, basically put right what you put wrong. And I just quoted Quantum Leap, but yeah, that's basically it. Don't sue me. Yeah.
It sounds similar to me of Angel, the Buffy.
Kind of. I mean, that's no accident. That's very much in line with the kind of stuff I love, like dark urban fantasy. Yeah, Angel, Hellblazer, they're kind of similar in a way, yeah.
Where can people find out more information?
There's my website, wadgetigames.com. I'm assuming you're going to put that up somewhere. That's, there for now, and wherever anyone writes about it, which that's why I'm here, to get people to write about it.
And what platforms is it coming out on?
PC right now, and it's going to be ported to Mac and hopefully other stuff. I don't want to make any promises because porting is hard. So we'll see. But PC to start, Steam and GOG and all of them.
And you said 2018 is your goal?
Knock on wood, yes. 2018.
Well, I'm excited to try out the game.
Cool.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.